me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends, though I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. I don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rains, no sleep. Every day I wake my thoughts. I don't get to take off. A hater get up. I'm ready like lift off. I've never been nowhere, but I'm ready to stay gone. Nothing ever lasts long. I'm always beating the odds. Taking all these trips, I had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live. I don't know what these last for. I just had to do it. Got a really big bag for it. Still at your mama crib and getting money. You gotta ask for it. Tired of complaining. I gotta change my situation. Looking at
And, Coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
We got this.
Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 17-yard line. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. To throw, Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Seibert's kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. This is the rookie from Oklahoma State, Justice Hill. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd down, it's Hill. And they They get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down, Baltimore. Check 43. Shoot.
Play action. Now Jackson. Snead's got it. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, Snead figures to be an important veteran presence for Lamar Jackson. 2 years ago, it was a disappointing 2017 for Snead. That was in New Orleans, but then had a bit of a bounce-back campaign a season ago in his first go-around with Baltimore. 62 catches, 650 yards. Did have surgery in the offseason on his left index finger, but back to full health and ready to go. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Jackson options out left. There's the pitch to Hill. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Here's a guy coming off a strong rookie season, Gus Edwards. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target. But now it's 3rd and goal. Six plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. From the gun, Jackson to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Greedy Williams, the rookie out of LSU, there to knock it away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Hey, Charlie. Hey, watch it. 44's the mic.
Mayfield looks to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. 3rd and long for Mayfield. And he's going to go down again.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down now, it's Hill. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 34.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. So just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
And the Ravens first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll go with Hill here on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
From the 22, Jackson going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They go play action with Jackson, rolling to his right. He may try and run for this.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
Mike 51. Hey, defense, let's go. Go ahead. Hey, let's go. It's on the crowd.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Jannard Avery coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Dancing to his left. And the pressure gets to him again. Joe Schobert, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and
rare.
excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run, because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
First down, Ravens.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. 36, 36.
They go play action now. Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and they're usually pretty precise.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. 53's the mic. 53's the mic. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson being chased out left. He uncorks into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole, because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. 24 yards. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
It's complete to Snead. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 11 yards there, first down.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft. Y'all hustle.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Got him in. It's Brown. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
First down, Baltimore.
Jackson now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. From the gun, it's Jackson. He uncorks it for Snead. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. But it's going to be second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a 10th carry for Hill. And we're going to get a timeout. With 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Jackson, option right. Again, they run with Hill. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Everyone in this stadium knows Jackson can do that as well as any QB in the league. They talked about limiting some of his running this year, especially the design runs, but he's still going to scramble when he feels he has green in front of him. He led all quarterbacks last year, 695 yards rushing. And keep in mind, 80% of those came in the 7-game stretch when he was named starter late in the season. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And an alley to run. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 52 yards. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. Jackson from the shotgun, looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They attempted to fade to the back corner of the end zone unsuccessfully. And I've been with you long enough, Brandon. I know it's not one of your favorite calls.
Well, it's interesting. Before working with you, I always viewed that as you're just taking away space and you're trapping yourself in a corner. But you actually have told me they're trying to create space where space is not.
Yeah, it's really it's a weird deal, isn't it? But you've got to just move that defender inside to create that separation and that little bit of space where there just isn't much.
The Browns drive about to get started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
From the gun, Mayfield. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mayfield now. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Mike 13, Mike 13. He's coming, he's coming. Check in. Let's go, let's go.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And an alley to run. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that'll help set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 27.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Mayfield to throw it. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for two too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A nice run on first down gets him 6 yards to the 31. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They run it again with Hill. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13. It's a first down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Shifts past him at the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And that's another big-time run. And it sure looks like the leverage game is being won by the offensive line. They're the low man on just about every snap, and they're winning, pushing back the defensive front and creating great space for their runners.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Ready, 55. Right there. Go. So we got man. 25, check 25, check 25.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I know you feel it.
Down at the 42-yard line. 5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson is going to fire one deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greedy Williams, the rookie from LSU. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. Josh Jones in on the stop. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to skip them more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He's got a first down past the 30. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 50 yards.
And a Raven first down.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Save.
Now Jackson towards the end zone for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Brings up 3rd down.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. He can run for it, and he will. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for a 4th quarter lead. And this one is right down Broadway. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Cleveland offense ready to go and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard. Baker Mayfield, as a rookie, 3 times he led the Browns back to victory in the 4th quarter. What can he do here in year number 2? And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 15 yards on the play, first down. Now Mayfield, he's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. David Njoku with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they could win that game, it would mean win number 11 for them on the season.
Let's go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
1st down, Baltimore.
Check 53. What's the run?
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. This will be caught by Brown. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. And once again, Hill, he's been busy. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
The Ravens on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. They complete it to Hill. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The safety, Morgan Burnett, that time gets home for the sack. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. He'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Not today, you are. Not today.
They'll try and throw for it with Griffin. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
Well, I think it's easy to figure out why they went for 2 there, right? You want to make sure you're guarding against a field goal beating you.
Yeah, but with this little time on the clock, they just need to worry about protecting on the kickoff.
That's the big one. And with the kickoff coming up, I wouldn't squib it. I would kick it deep. but not so deep that the return guy can get it. I want to make someone else handle the football. Yeah, put some height on it and take some time down.
The Browns drive about to get started. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
See if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Ravens, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, it's a loss that could wind up hurting a little as they fall now to 11-4. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.